So you want to know how to live for free by investing in real estate at the beach? The number one thing about investing in real estate is even if you're eating breakfast, you're on vacation, you're retired in old age, it's still going to take care of you. But the biggest mistake you're making is not getting started or not buying that property that you missed. And I'm telling you, the number one mistake you're making is not jumping in, because years ago you probably should have bought that property, right? You need to buy. The reason you're not buying is probably because you're not really sure, and you're not really sure about what you're doing. But I personally have been investing in real estate for the last 36 years. Cash flow has gotten me and allowed me to move to the beach and to do what I love to do. My real estate team shows people every single day how to essentially live for free and not have to pay rent or come out of pocket to pay a mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, people of this planet, investors and wannabe investors, you're going to look back and say thank you. I didn't know until I started to buy. I bought my first house at 21. The following year, I bought some income-producing properties, and that's when it started flowing. I had the freedom to do more things. The flow was coming to me instead of away from me. I had a regular job, but while I was working, all these additional streams were flowing, right? So fast forward to today, think about all the properties that you could have that are sending you income every single month. While you sleep, tenants from your houses, your condos, your vacation rental properties are paying you and paying your mortgages off. When you retire, all that flow is coming to your bottom line. And if that's what you want, smash that thumbs up button. Now, if you do this right, you can actually get paid and live for free. This is not a no money down scam. It's not house flipping. I'm not selling a real estate course. We are all here to learn from each other while we're on this planet. But my goal is to help you, to motivate you, to educate you, so you can set this up for your life. The truth is, we all know it takes money to live. If you live in a house or a condo, most of us pay rent or a mortgage to live there, right? Now, what if instead all your money is not going out to someone else, but you're on the receiving end of that? You had the income coming to you. That changes a lot of things, right? So let's get started and dive in. Okay, you have questions like, what am I looking for? What am I trying to stay away from? What assets increase over time? What's the model that has worked for other people? Now, again, if you do this right, the old-fashioned way, you'll be very happy in old age. And the truth is, you're going to need good credit, a decent down payment, and knowledge of what the best options are. Then, when you're ready, you'll have the savings. When you're about to make that jump, question for you. What is it that most people overlook? The beach. Think about it. People dream of living there. Vacationers pay big money to stay for just 1 week, yet investors overlook this hidden gem. So why wouldn't this be the perfect place to invest for the long term? Most beachfront properties, we know, are very expensive. You've heard about the $1 million beach house, right? But I've personally invested in states in Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and other states, and have found that by investing in the right properties, for instance, here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the cost to acquire those properties is lower than the national average, especially when it's compared to other beach towns. Besides the beach, the ocean, great weather, golf, intercoastal waterway, 1,700 restaurants, and lots of stuff to do, plus a long vacation rental season. The problem with investing in many beach towns, especially if you look in the north of the United States, northern section, is the short 12-week summer season. They stay booked during the summer and then it falls off on the tail, on the shoulder seasons. So, one thing you always want to look at is how long the rental season actually is. Now, I have 3 starting points that I want to make about investing in beach real estate. And number 1, consider all of your options. Look, there's many beach towns and cities all over the United States to consider. If you're looking in other states and towns, I know the top super skilled realtors in every state. So reach out to me if that's something you want to do, and I can give you their contact info. Number 2, the added perks. Now, If you want an investment with dividends like family fun, rest and relaxation, and the priceless part is when it comes time for vacations, you have your own place at the beach, right? Here's the third part, other properties. Now, on the other hand, rentals with long-term tenant in place in the property, you never get to personally use. Now, I have other videos here on this channel that's going to help you with that too. Now, a lot of people will buy a beach house or a beach condo and never rent it out. That's not what we're talking about here. That's called a second home, okay? What I'm talking about is buying a property and someone is paying for your place at the beach. So let's talk about a beach house cash flow or oceanfront condo cash flow. I'm going to give you a couple examples here. These are real life examples. 10 years ago, a 2-bedroom condo in a good building in Myrtle Beach with good rental income, now I'm not talking about average, I'm talking about better than average, was selling for $200,000. And you say, oh my gosh, can I buy one of those? Well, you got to go back 10 years. The same condo today sold for $309. Still a pretty decent deal. It's still pretty affordable. Now check this out. The gross rental income from 10 years ago was $34,500. This year's rental income was $45,500. Do the math. Income increases, though your mortgage payment is here, right? But your income is increasing at the same time and it's getting paid off. Plus, it's an asset that's keeping pace with inflation. The rents continued, in this case, to show increases over time. Now, this example is not a blanket statement of all properties. It's just an example of a better one that we just did the numbers on. Each property that you look at, you need to look at your numbers. When compared to other beach towns, these beach houses are still pretty affordable. Now remember, someone's still paying for your place at the beach. What you want to look at is the income and the expenses. The best properties have income that will increase year over year over year. So when you look at the rent rolls, make sure they're tiering up. This is what you want to see. With an average property, you may see yearly incomes fluctuate, or they have to discount the rates to fill occupancies. That's not what you want. You want your best options. Now remember, again, someone's paying for your place at the beach, so you want to see those increases. We have many real-world examples of clients who have set their sights on a vacation property or even a retirement home. We've helped a lot of people move to the beach. But you can do this same exact thing too, because some people don't all start at the same level. Some people start small, some people start big, and some people just want to get their feet wet. Now here's another example. We just sold a beach house in Myrtle, 1 block from the ocean, for $650. Okay, it had $91,000 in gross rental income. You still have your fixed expenses, but can you see what I'm talking about here? You got to look at the numbers. Try to do that in California or some other beach town. It's not going to happen. Those prices aren't going to be there, right? You have another client, started with a small 400 square foot efficiency condo. That's just a bedroom with a bathroom, basically, and a little small stove and small refrigerator. Efficiency. They parlayed that one property into the next property, into the next property, and they're now at the penthouse. They're living in the penthouse. So we have other clients who took a totally different approach by not starting small. They jumped all in, and they've amassed a vast empire of vacation rental houses and premium luxury condos on the beach. These higher end properties are generating massive amounts of income for them year after year. But diversifying the portfolio, think about this. In that scenario, if you added a few long-term rental houses, can you see the freedom that this can give? It's like once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is something most people won't even talk about, and most of your friends and families don't even know about. Yet, there are more common millionaires in the United States that either have made their fortune in real estate or maintain their fortune in real estate when compared to any other assets. And my real estate team has helped many people move to the beach. And if that's your goal, I want to give you the truthful information and motivate you to do the same no matter where you live in the United States. But many keep this quiet. They don't talk about it and they don't share the information. Yet there are many people that are walking around who have been able to get ahead in life. So there is a point in your life where you're young enough to set this up for yourself. the money that's working for you instead of you working for your money. This is called passive income, because we all get to a point in our life where we physically can't work anymore, and you'll need some income. We see it every day where people say, I wish I woulda, I coulda, shoulda, all the time. We see it every day where somebody's not made the best moves when they've gotten older. Now, it's your choice. You can do it while you can enjoy it, and you can get those added benefits later in life. Now, I know there's a lot of negative Nancys out there, right? So I have some people that said, Jerry, I can get a better return somewhere else. I can make 20% or 10% or 30% in investments, compounded hourly and all that. Look, go to that investment guru who sold you that real estate course, and I assure you, that person who sold you that course is the one who's making the money. If that's what you want, you can stop this video right now because you're in the wrong place, okay? What I'm talking about here is steady, long-term wealth accumulation and how to live for free by investing in beach real estate. Those real estate course returns are possible, but they're also risky. I've owned those types of properties before, and I have no interest in doing it again. We all learn. And it's probably in a place you wouldn't personally live in, probably managing tenants, trying to keep that place rented and dealing with evictions, and you may take your life in your own hands, knocking on the door to collect rent. Maybe the location isn't where prices are going up as fast. That's the truth serum, okay? That'll tell you if that's a good property or not. On the other hand, this is the other hand, investing in beach real estate. Many beach vacation rentals are set up so that guests pay upfront for their vacation. The guests are happy. They're in a great mood. Why? They're on vacation. They're going to have a good time. And if you're in the right condo complex or in the right beach house, vacationers book years in advance for these top properties. Plus, as far as collecting rents, most owners, they prefer to have the checks delivered right into their mailbox or directly deposited into their checking account. Now, it's nice to own properties in appreciating areas, because when the property values go up, the rents go up too. Yet you still have the mortgage payments at the level you bought in at. So if you buy a beach house or a vacation condo rental, okay, you may choose to use the property for your vacations as well. Or you may even move into it when you retire. Or you may say, hey, let it ride, so you have the money coming in every single month into your retirement. Plus, the big advantage here is it's a forced long-term savings plan. Someone else is helping you to contribute to your retirement plan. So I've got some questions for you. Which properties increase in value more? A good property in good condition, where others want to go, close to the water, or is it someplace else? What about the rental management? Now, I've got a lot of helpful videos here on rental management that answer questions like, what are your best options? What works? What are the options you should consider? Whether it's Airbnb, VRBO, an on-site rental management company, an off-site rental management company. After this video is over, you can click on those videos in the description. Most owners prefer to have their types of properties set up on autopilot so that it's passive. It doesn't require much time, but initially it takes time to set that up. So let's talk about the secret sauce. This is where the rubber hits the road. It's the debt, the equity, the cash flow, the down payment, and the correct financing on the property. Now, the knowledge is important, especially if you're learning how to play the game. One thing that I want to tell you is never get tied to a deal that you don't want to do. Here's a warning for you. Not all beach houses and not all beach condos make the best investments. Owning the wrong one, it's a nightmare. Owning the right one is a dream come true. Now, how does it work? How much money do you need to put down? How much is the income? Every single property is different. I'm going to say it again. Every single property is different. You need to look at the numbers on every one of them so that you understand what's the best ones and what are the worst ones, because you need to know the pitfalls to avoid what are costly before you get in. which ones have poor management, which ones have assessments. You also want to consider the angle, okay? Like, how long do you want to keep this property? So, that'll give you a gauge on what you're looking to do. But knowing your best options, you need to know what the rental history has been over the years. Again, is it trending up? Is it trending down? Is it up and down? The best properties stay booked even into the next year. The worst ones are looking for renters to chase down, and they're trying to give them discounts. That's the best properties increase in rents because they have that strong demand. That's what you're looking for. Let's talk about tax savings. Now, I want you to understand something. Taxes are not a dirty word, okay? There are many tax advantages and benefits and deductions you can get by owning income-producing real estate. You can deduct mortgage interest, property taxes, and all the other expenses as write-offs against your income that you're making. Now, you get appreciation, you get leverage, and you get cash flow. You can pretty much break even, have someone else making your monthly mortgage payments, take a vacation, and pretty much live in this place for free, or come out a very small amount after the tax write-offs while still paying down that loan. The key is finding the right property that has the good cash flow after all of your expenses and tax write-offs. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney, so I would recommend you consult with them for details on how this works. But many people are doing this already, and I've given you some real-world examples. If you're interested in this, my real estate team is glad to talk real estate or show you properties that meet your needs. And with that said, I've got several more things that I want to talk to you about. I really hope you enjoy this type of content. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and if you haven't already done so, feel free to click subscribe. I really want you to avoid the pitfalls that are costly. I want to give you as much knowledge about real estate, about money, investments, and the beach. And if you're into it, you can share this with someone that you know that could use it. And if you're not into it and you don't want to share it, I'm not offended by any of that stuff, okay? But I do want to tell you that I really want to thank you for watching. I thank you for your support, and I hope this information helps you in some way. Success is helping people achieve a lifetime dream. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.